What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a small muscle in your lower back that can cause all kinds of issues and a couple of simple ways on how you can go about stretching it. The quadratus lumborum, or QL, is, as I said, this small muscle in your lower back that's responsible for a few functions. It helps to unilaterally flex the trunk to the side, so side bending. Bilaterally, it helps to extend your lumbar spine. And it's also used for forced exhalation, so there's a bit of a breathing mechanic as well. When this muscle is doing those functions, it's absolutely fine. However, the QL is a little bit of an overachiever. It likes to try and help out lots of other different muscles to do their jobs for them. So if your hip mechanics are a little bit stuffed and your rectus spinae isn't working, your hip rotators, your hip abductors or adductors aren't working, then the QL likes to try and step in and help out with that. The only issue is because the QL is a small muscle, it can't necessarily handle all of that, and its response to this is to get shorter and tighter, and this is where all of those issues arise. So whilst stretching it isn't going to solve your problem necessarily, it can help relieve some of that tension and tell you if you have an issue there potentially. When we're stretching the QL, it's important to note that this is a tonic muscle and it actually can respond negatively to really intense stretching. So when we're stretching it, we want to make sure that we're relatively relaxed. It's quite a light stretch and we're just focusing on the muscle we're stretching, breathing, relaxing. The first stretch is actually from somebody called Kit Lachlan, who's a practitioner out in Australia, very knowledgeable guy. Highly recommend you check his channel out. I'll put it in the description down below. But essentially this stretch, we're going to start in a tailor pose, which is when your feet are together and your knees are just dropped down to the side. If this is a really tight position for you, you can put something underneath your hips to elevate them to let you drop them down a little bit more. From here, all you're going to do is put one hand out to the side, one hand on the opposite knee, and then you're going to push that knee down and you're going to lean away from that knee onto your other hand. This should result in a pretty nice stretch into your QL. And when we're in this position, we can just breathe and hold that position. If you want to intensify this stretch a little bit more, what you can do is firstly, you can drop down towards the side more, so you can go from holding onto your hand to resting onto your elbow. Or you can take away the hand that's holding the knee down and you can lift it overhead and reach away to the other side. As a little bit more of an advanced variation, we can kind of bring a hamstring element into this, and to do that, all we're going to do is stay in the same tailor pose, but we're going to straighten one leg out to the side straight, and then we're going to perform the exact same position. So we put our hand onto the knee, push down, lean away from it, and then we should again get that stretching sensation, as well as a little bit of a hamstring stretch. One of my personal favorite variations of this, and I used it a lot, and will help a lot with people who are working on their squat or are trying to achieve the squat rotations. I know that's a position that a lot of people had issues with. So in that same kind of half tailor pose position, all we can do is we can take our opposite hand to that knee to press down, and we can pull ourselves in and pull ourselves down. This should already pull a stretch onto the QL. And then from here, what we can do is we can rotate our spine up and we can reach that other hand up towards the sky. This will again give you quite a nice stretch on the QL, and we can kind of perform it dynamically. We can do like 10 rotations and then like a 10-second pause in that top position. And this is one of my favorite kind of QL mobilizers and stretches to use. But that is basically it. That is kind of stretching of the QL. Whilst this may not solve your issue, it can definitely help manage it while you do work on correcting those imbalances. It can help as a little bit of a warm-up before your sessions to help tone down the response of the QL. And also, if you notice that there is one side that is tighter than the other, that's also going to tell you something about your hip mechanics that you might want to take into account. But that is kind of it for this week, guys. If you have any questions or if you just want to join the conversation, why not drop a comment down below? You can also hit that thumbs up button if you want and support the channel. Right next to it is that subscribe button, so why not tap the subscribe button and join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe, and don't miss out on any more of these future stretching, bodyweight, handstand, food videos that are on this channel. We do quite a lot here. But that has been it for this week, guys. Have a strong week and peace.